2 bunches of carrots. Dear baby and mom are hanging out. Oh my goodness. Shoot, there's a bird inside my netting. Hey buddy, come on. There he goes. So I need to, that's a little junco. I need to watch out for that. I don't know how he got in. So here's some gaps in my netting. I've got the new netting that is a full width that fits over here. To replace this, I just haven't had a chance to do it. So now I'm seeing at this end that the insect netting got completely blown off the wire hoops. I didn't think we had that much wind. I know we had a lot of rain, but here we go. Here is a moth sitting on top of my Salanova lettuce. So there are moths in the lettuce right now. Raspberry patch. I've got quite a few red guys in here that I should grab right now. It was supposed to rain all week, but then all of a sudden we got this dry patch, and so I was like running around doing things, and I noticed the raspberries, there's a bunch of ripe ones, so I just grabbed those. My plan was to maybe transplant my kale out in the garden, which maybe I'm still gonna try to do. So here's my overgrown tray of kale starts, and I tried running the 2-row gritter in this bed where I've got these baby romaine mix going. It's kind of hard to see where I need to plant, but I'm gonna give her a try. Alrighty, I've got all my little kale phyllos planted. I've got the insect netting over my little wire hoops with my stupid clips and a couple of rocks at the either end. And then I just kind of stab some kale in the bed ends where I've got some, you know, baby greens growing. Hopefully just to attract away the spotted cutworm moth. I think it prefers kale. Now I just need to get my overgrown Salanova lettuce starts planted into the greenhouse walkways, if that's what I'm gonna do. I keep telling myself to kind of stop with the planting because I was late getting these soil blocks seeded. I'm late getting them out here. You know, usually things start dying at the end of August, so I've just got a couple of weeks, but I'd like to see what the kale does even this late. And if I can get lettuce planted into the greenhouse walkways, then that gives us more lettuce since the caterpillars ate my other stuff. Last night I got all the garlic from that one bed that I'm selling. I got that all cleaned up. I had one bed of garlic designated for selling, and I sold some last week, and this is what is remaining to sell to people. I've got 2 bags over here, which are full of bunches. Each bunch is about 9.5 ounces, and I've got a 3-pack, except for I've got 2 bunches that are 4-packs because the bulbs are a little bit smaller. And so I've got 9 bunches in this bag and 9 bunches in this bag. Now these 3 bags are bulk, about 4.5 pounds each, and
27 bulbs in this one, 28 bulbs in this one, 25 bulbs in this one.
Because, you know, different size bulbs, some are smaller, some are bigger. And this bag is actually for personal use just because some of the bulbs had kind of split and these aren't going to last as long, so we need to eat these up more quickly.
And I've got 33 bulbs in that bag.
Got these guys stashed underneath the couch where it's dark until I can get them all sold. And now I'm out here in the cucumber greenhouse trying to scavenge some salad for us. So early in the spring, I had lettuce planted in this bed, but then I had to cut it back because I needed to transplant my cucumbers. But some of the lettuce grew back from the base of the stem that was left. So I'm going to harvest some of this lettuce and use it for salads. And then also in this bed, I had orach and chard. I did the same thing. I cut back the chard and this one grew back. So I'm gonna have, this is part of my salad. And I may even pick some of this orach, which is just doing so beautifully. La la la. Alrighty, I've got a little bit of lettuce and orach. And a little bunch of chard. And I grabbed some of these radishes here at the bed ends. I wonder if they have little worms in them or if they're gonna look all clean on the inside. We'll have to check. 6 more cucumbers. Just looked over and little babies over at the edge of the garden. Let's see if I can zoom in a teens. He's gonna come this way. Hi, baby. Anyway, yeah, so I got carrots too. I was headed back down here. And look what little deer is doing. He's sitting like half underneath the cover and half out of it, or is he sitting completely under it? He's sitting completely outside the tent. Oh, he doesn't care if he gets wet or not. Cucumber greenhouse. Look at all the cucumbers growing. 8 more cucumbers harvested. Might be selling cucumbers next week. I'm in the basil greenhouse and I see a moth. I need to get this guy out of here. Weather is being weird. It's been raining and we're supposed to have a little patch, a few hours where it's not gonna rain and it's supposed to rain again. So I'm gonna try and get the green things because they're the hardest to get when it's raining. And now, you know, like I'm in my little rubber suit because of the wet leaves, but now the sun just popped out. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, here we go. I thought first before I harvested the kale that I really need to get under here finally and look under my slug boards for the first time. And I've got some slugs hanging out here. And I just gotta check the rest. Alrighty, and I also got some kale from these 2 beds and checked under the slug boards there as well. I got 13 bunches, 11 bunches for a total of 24. It's just starting to sprinkle and I need to grab 7 collard greens. I think I might grab 8 bunches. 7 chard and 4 parsley. I am not able to get enough for what people want. Bugs are eating the chard and not enough parsley. Oakley dokley folklies, I'm in the basil greenhouse and I am going to get the leaf before it gets wet. Like in the morning and at night, it's just too wet. Before, I don't want to stick it in the bag wet. Blah, blah, blah. I've been picking from this patch here a couple times, and so this is the first time I'm going to be picking into this new patch. I'd actually like these to get a little bit bigger before I pick, but, you know, they're about ready. Oakley dokley, I've got 5 3-ounce bags, and I've got enough that I've got, you know, a couple of 1-ounce bunches that I need to get tomorrow. So last week, I think I got like 10 3-ounce bags plus some bunches to sell. And then I also got 2 6-ounce bags to the restaurant, which I cannot get this week. And she would like those. So yeah, I need to plant more basil. Am I fogging up? Yeah, up next. Oh, I think I'm gonna eat. And then carrots and green onions. First batch of carrots I got from this side of this bed here. They're running a little bit small, so I may switch. Alrighty, second batch, and I ended up getting mostly out of this one that I pulled from last week. So I prepped 32 plus 4, 36 carrot bunches. I've got 24 green onions here. I set a limit of 20 because I wasn't sure if some of these guys were big enough. Grow, babies, grow. 24 green onions. 5 more collard greens for a total of 13. I ordered some smaller paper bags for the bulk 4-pound garlic, and they just came in today. So yeah, that works better. Ready to sell. Oakley dokley folklies. I'm done selling. And during the last hour or so, I spent picking raspberries. So you saw my garlic that I'm selling all cleaned up. I just wanted to give you an update on the garlic I'm keeping for personal use and for using for seed in the fall. I just got a couple of fans on them and they'll run for probably a month. Because this area is in the boat shed, open to the environment where it's very wet and humid. But this worked running fans on them last year. And so hopefully that works this year. Normally I have the lights off up here, but I just thought I'd let you guys see what was going on. I'm trying to find a place to talk where it's not so noisy with fans and rain pouring down. Maybe someday in the future when I've got this all figured out, I'll do a video about how I cure my garlic. But right now it's just like, don't do what I do because it's crazy. Okay folks, so I've got lettuce starts transplanted into the greenhouse walkways. I did this last year when I needed a place to put lettuce, and so I threw in some compost and fertilizer, tilled it up. So I think there might be still enough fertility in there to grow some more lettuce, hopefully. Basil greenhouse, I've got 50 red and green Salanova. Cucumber greenhouse, I have 50 red and green Salanova, and I tucked in some extras along the edge here. This set of drip blew up. I was having issues with this earlier this season. I think this guy right here, the pressure regulator, is not working, so I guess I'm gonna have to hand water these in and deal with that later. Okay folks, so I'm done. I'm hoping that this gives us enough lettuce for the rest of the summer into the fall a little bit. Hopefully they survive. Yes. See you guys next week. Am I dirty? Yes.